Hello everyone, welcome to episode 38. Let us begin. So, what we have here is, this might be the very first map where asking your Spanish friends to hold the line, hold position, might be a good idea, because they've got this bit blocked, and this bit relatively blocked. It makes you wonder if you told them to hold position, you could just fill in this gap here, and have a total surround on the enemy. Obviously these guys are getting their supplies from this area here. Look, you can see there's a connection via this side to get in. They're getting their supplies from this tile and these two tiles, and over here. The thing is, we've been positioned quite far back, so rushing up to block the supply chain is going to actually be tricky for us. Oh, there's a dude there. That was unexpected. Still, they're not entrenched and they're just militia, so maybe I can just bomb them down. It is unfortunate that I cannot bring my anti-aircraft weapons to bear on this group of units either. Right, let's send in the throwaways, shall we? Okay, 1 HP. Sadly, there's literally no more space with which to strike him. That's actually a really bad idea. That'll do. That'll at least force repairs. Excuse me. Alright, let's get to work. Wow, I can push up as far as that. Send in the mega hose. Alright. Seemed reasonable to just hose these guys with an overrun, right? We, as quickly as possible, want to establish a front line here, so that next turn I can get in here and surround these guys. That means removing this infantry from my sight. thinking about... Shame I didn't know about this infantry here earlier, because then I could have had the recon car in the correct position to deal with it. I'm sorry, my voice just doesn't seem to want to work right now, which is really annoying. Let's start with bombing them. What a difference that makes. So this is a an unexperienced unit, and so is this. Alright, this is about as far as this tank would be able to go anyway. I'm wondering if I can push him into the recon car. Oh, he didn't move. Oh well, I can just roll him over. Choo choo. Probably should have put that overrun on one of my core units instead of the auxiliary one, but oh well. Okay, so a front wall is slowly being established here. Now we have this small group of infantry here to worry about, but they are very badly suppressed, and by the time I'm done it's going to get a lot worse. Push him along. Let's put this in anti-ground mode. Actually, is that necessary? Hang on. Nope, he'll be totally suppressed next turn. I don't need to... I genuinely don't need to hose him down. He can just stay there. Let's set up my artillery on the hills here. Layers of anti-air protection. There's no... There's no need for me to provide anti-air protection for my tanks. They will obviously take damage from these half-strength tacticals if they target them. But that's damage that I can easily repair away, and I have a lot of spare tanks. I don't have a lot of spare 15 centimeters, so... I just did that for the experience points. It makes sense to actually make sure that my anti-air is in position to protect my artillery from any potential misbehavior. Alright, come at me. Oof. That infantry must be really bad. Okay. Well, those are no longer prototypes, so they're easy to replace. They've truly made themselves very vulnerable to being shot down here, though. Wow, that infantry is falling apart. It's so bad. Oh, there's like a super infantry. Yeah, these guys are getting wrecked. Man, it's really one-sided, the amount of damage that they're taking. Ouch. I suppose if they completely die, at least they won't be spending my prestige to restore themselves, right? Right. Let's get to work. I'll just do an elite replacement there. I'll have my fighters shoot this guy down. Let's use a 7 strength one to make sure we get the job done. Okay, these units are out of range, really. Could not get behind the enemy yet. I can, however, supply this guy with a hosing. Less effective than expected. Alright, let's continue to work on the fighter situation. Can you reach anybody? I don't believe that this anti-aircraft gun can actually reach any of these aircraft and get a shot. So I'm going to stick him in hose mode and hose this infantry. Wow, I actually did reduce damage there. Nice. Okay, alright, so let's these fighters are really the most dangerous enemies. Ironically, they managed to stay out of range of this AA gun, but not this one. Okay. Oh, he can't do anything. Hose him down. So important that we get rid of these aircraft. I don't know how you would deal with all of this if you weren't packing a whole swarm of auxiliary fighters. I'm not really sure how you would bring all these air assets down. Okay, that forces him to repair. I'll get him next turn. One, two, three. We've taken down 2 aircraft. It's not bad. Sadly, as it stands right now, I'm not in a position to seal the enemy in. I will still be moving my units to the front line for a while yet, for at least one more turn. Okay, there's no infantry within striking range, so I'm going to take the high ground position. The high ground position is superior as long as, you know, infantry can't exploit the fact that it's close combat tile. But all there is some crippled militia, so that's going to be not a problem. There's obviously a lot more damage I could be doing to the enemy here, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I just want to clear so that my ass is completely secure. I just want to clear it, create a proper front line, just a literal line across the battlefield that I can operate from effectively. And then I'll consider sweeping in to capture these tanks. Maybe capture these recon cars, etc. You know, I could have put more hurt on these for certain. It didn't feel necessary. What I'll do is I'll put some suppression on them, just in case my Spanish friends decide to attack them. It's going to be a little bit less damage for them. These are regulars, which is good, because I think all of this other infantry is militia, which is terrible infantry. Truly awful. Barely functional as infantry. Let's push this tank up as well. Alright, he'll probably repair himself, and if he does, that's great. I'll split this unit next turn and capture him. Right, before we call it a turn, this artillery could probably be better positioned to support my troops. I'm feeling like here is a good place. So I have tanks that are in the way. Still under the good protective umbrella of my high-grade anti-aircraft gun. Yeah, these tiles are all zogged, so this would be the better position, but if this militia moves, then it's in trouble. This is the safer position, but it's less useful there. Ah, what the hell. Okay, I think we're done. Oh, we're not quite done. Just scanning my eyes over the battlefield. Just move up. Just move up. That's all you need to do. So you can see here, I have actually now more or less created a front line. a BT5. He will not win a fight against a T-26. I don't care how many militia he's got behind him. The regulars are moving up. Okay, he did repair them. Good. And he repaired that too. Alright, that was to be expected. As was that. And you know, that's pretty severe damage on my plane. That's going to cost me money, but it's also going to mean that he will now die so much more easily. My anti-aircraft guns are going to have a field day with him in that position. In the long term, over the long course of the battle, that may actually save me money. That militia's getting slaughtered. Makes you wonder how they held out for so long. Once their air force is dead, I can send my auxiliary fighter planes up to scout. Ooh. All right. Looking good. Let's reinforce that. Let's reinforce this. I really am quite content to just hold the front line right now. I've got 20 turns. That is a lot of turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I need to move forward like 1.2 tiles per turn to take the whole map, so... Oof. Whoa, you entered the bad neighborhood. Why is that? Oh, for crying out loud. Just, I don't understand why sometimes it lets you convert it after moving and other times it doesn't let you convert it after moving. But the behavior of convertible items has always been awkward and buggy. I don't know if buggy is the right word, but it's always not made any sense. If you have time to convert it, then move it and deploy it, then you have time to move it and deploy it, then convert it. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever that one is possible and the other is not. Alright, these boys are totally crippled. Let's shoot them down. I'll hold this other plane of mine in reserve because it's actually quite high strength. Send in the ox. Enemy in my sights. There you go, once he's not going to get any damage done anymore, it's time to attack. Alright, and in just 3 turns, the enemy air force has been wiped out. Not to say that they haven't got more back here, and I'm almost certain that they have. But as far as the front line goes, we now have a green light to just bomb the paste out of everything that we so desire to bomb the paste out of. Right, let's work on getting ourselves some T-26s, shall we? This is my infantry hose machine. Ah, they're just slightly too strong to actually destroy here. Decisions. I'd really like to use the hose more than once. Okay, alright, I do want to use it more than once, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this knowing that I'm going to take 2 casualties. Oh no, but it's not an open tile, so I couldn't overrun them even if I wanted to. Splitting my units up to create a wall. I'm just going to repair that one for now. Is it worth it? Yeah, sure, why not? Get some experience points out of it. I got loads of money, so not a big deal. I can get my money back at any time as well by going into my reserve and selling one of these. So it's not like I'm leaving myself vulnerable by hiding my money from the taxman. Okay, so it's 2 tanks held in contempt. If only I could get a unit here, I would have all of this encircled as well. But I don't actually have enough maneuvering elements lying around to get that done. Whew. Oh, damn it. Stop doing damage. If I put this one unit here in a split, then I can do this and encircle this guy. That's going to really reduce his capability next turn. Okay, this all seems very reasonable. $105s. Shame they're not 15s. I would love to capture some 15s. I'd also like to encircle these guys, but that is not going to happen just yet. But it will. It's going to be cloudy next turn. Well, I suppose now that the enemy air is dead, it makes sense for there to be some cloud, right? Okay, that was reasonable. This did not strike me as the greatest move ever. He's made it easier for me to encircle his friends now. These recon cars are actually not that great against infantry. They're better against tanks. Oh, he went for the mines. What is that, regulars? Huh! They did indeed go around and attack me on the high ground to get extra damage done. The AI is surprising me here. Whoa, he surrendered? He actually had a way out there. So he didn't really need to surrender, but okay. Anyway, it was only half a unit, and it was half a it was half an auxiliary unit. It wasn't even like a real unit, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay. All right. Right, we've got a hell of a mess here, but it looks worse than it really is because the key threats are totally disabled right now, and I'm going to see if I can completely delete them. My air force is now available to do whatever I want, but it is cloudy on this turn, so it's going to take some work to bring down all this infantry that's everywhere. But hopefully we can clean this up soon and then be pushing forward. So, that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it and will join me next time for Brunete. I think that this map's probably going to be pretty easy. Just got to make the right moves. And maybe not be too greedy about stealing everything. But, you know, greed is good and all that. Alright, see you then.